Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I uploaded a video a couple of weeks ago of the Banggood products that I received, and one of the items was a 36 piece of gel, of UV gel, and I got so many people wanting to see swatches of that, so I finally got around to swatching them. And I was really just waiting to get the swatch sticks in the mail, so I finally got them and I swatched them, and yeah, so I wanted to show you the swatches, and I'll probably describe or try to describe the colors of each swatch in the video, and I'll also put on the screen if the colors are accurate to how they look on the website, and also how many coats it took to get to the opacity that you see, whether it's 2 coats. Most of these are 2 coats, but there's a handful of them that were 3 coats. And I will tell you that these gels are a little bit on the sheer side. So let's get the swatches started. The first color, which is number 1, is a beautiful mint green. This color was very sheer and I did need 3 coats, and I want to mention that I apply the gel to the underside of the swatch stick so that what you see is shiny and all this lint and hair doesn't get stuck to the top of it. But if you're applying this to your natural nails or to a nail extension, you may need more coats, you may need less coats. It all depends how you apply it, how thick the layer is, you know, things like that. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. But like I said, this one did need 3 coats, but the color is beautiful, so I kind of forgive it on that one. Number 2 is a nice kind of juicy watermelon pink. Perfect for spring and summer. However, this was sheer and I needed at least 3 coats, 4 possibly, but I just stopped at 3. Number 3 is a solid white gel. I figured I would only need 1 coat, but I actually needed 2 coats for it to become opaque. Number 4 is a chartreuse sort of lime green color, and I needed 3 coats for this because this one is a little bit on the sheer side as well. Number 5 is a medium blue, and this one required 3 coats on this swatch stick. Not a fan of the color. It seems like a basic blue, nothing too special about this one. Number 6, we're on number 6? Yeah, we're on number 6. Number 6 is a sort of like a bright baby pink. I did turn off one of my lamps so that you could see the true color of it. It's a really nice pink, and this one only needed 2 coats. Number 7 is a dark green, and I applied 2 coats, but as you can see there are some bare spots near the top, so this one will require 3 coats. Number 8 is a bright light orange. Sort of reminds me of orange soda or orange cream, something like that, like those orange cream bars, you know what I'm talking about. That's the color of this, reminds me of that. This is sheer as well, and this one needed 3 coats to become opaque. Number 9 is a neon green, and surprisingly this one only needed 2 coats. I figured it would need at least 3 or 4, but I was pleasantly surprised with after 2 coats it was opaque. Really love this color, and as you can see the color inside the pot doesn't even come close to the color that is on the label. But yeah, I really like this color. Number 10 is a very light baby pink. This one I believe was only 2 coats. Number 11 is a maroon red, and I applied 2 coats of this, but as you can see there is a little bit of bare spots around the edges and near the top, so I would say 3 coats would make this look a lot better. Number 12 is a very sheer purple, and I only applied 1 coat just so you could see how sheer this is. This gel would work if you want to use a tinted gel. I've seen some people apply the hollow powder and then apply a gel tint on top, and this would work well for that. Number 13 is a very, very pale purple, almost like a pale violet, and it's really beautiful. Number 14 is a medium toned aqua blue, and this one needed 2 coats. Number 15 is sort of an orange toned red, and I needed 2 coats for this. I'm not a fan of orange toned reds. They just look weird with my skin tone. Some people can pull it off, but not me. Number 16 is a bright yellow, and I needed 2 coats to get to the opaqueness that you see here. Number 17 is a sort of turquoise green color. This one, it was sheer like the first two. It's, or three. Was it 2 or 3? I know for sure the first two were really sheer. This one is sheer like those are, and this one required 3 coats. Number 18 is a medium pink, and it's sheer as well, and this one needed 3 coats. And I don't know if you can see or not, but near the top there is still a little bit of bareness. Not a fan of this color, and I hate the formula, hate sheer gels. This isn't even a sheer gel. It doesn't even know what it's doing. Like, are you sheer? Are you opaque? I mean, it's just one of those gels that I actually like sheer gels because you can tint other bases and things like that. But this one, these sheer gels are a mess. Number 19 is a really beautiful color. It's like a fuchsia sort of color. This one only needed 2. And as you can see from the label, it's not as what is in the jar. I hate the labels because they're so misleading. It looks like it's like a red brown or something, but it's really a nice bright fuchsia. Number 20 is, I have no idea how to describe this. It's like a nude but with orange. I don't know, it's funky. I don't know, but this was 2 coats. Number 21 is similar to number 20, except number 21 has more orange and it's a little bit darker. Still not a fan of this color. Number 22 is sort of a brown, kind of like a chocolate brown. It reminds me of the Chocolate River from the old version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You know how that, like when you make a chocolate milk with water, it has that weird brown, it just looks gross. I'm looking at this, oh my god, it's a mess. This was 2 coats, and as you can see, it has a lot of bare spots, so this is going to need another coat at least. Not a fan of the color or the formula. Number 23 is a bright peach sort of coral. It's kind of leaning neon, but at the same time it's really light and pastel as well. It's really pretty, and this one needed 2 coats, but possibly 3. It just depends how you apply it. Number 24 is a bright purple, and for this one I did apply it to the top, and I do prefer applying it underneath. This one was only 1 coat on top. I just wanted to show you how that looked. If I was applying it underneath, I would apply at least 2 coats. It's a really nice purple. Number 25 is a really pretty sky blue, and this was opaque in 2 coats. Number 26 is a maroon red. It's similar to the other maroon, except this one is darker and more cool toned, and this one is sheer. This is 2 coats, but as you can see, there are some bare spots, which is unfortunate. I love a nice opaque gel. This needs more coats, or you can apply it as a sheer gel, whichever you choose. Love the color. The formula sucks, as usual. Number 27 is sort of a medium to dark gray with a little bit of brown mixed in. This was 2 coats, but I still feel like it could use a 3rd coat. It's a little bit sheer, but not as sheer as some of the other ones. Number 28 is sort of a darker pink with a little bit of like an orange red mixed in. Not a fan of the color. This needed 3 coats. Number 29 is sort of a brick red. This one, I thought that this would be opaque in 1 thick coat, as most reds are fairly opaque, but this one needed 2 coats and it's still a little bit on the sheer side. Number 30 is a red orange, sort of like a fire orange. I love the color, and this was 2 coats. Number 31 is a peachy nude color. I love the color, and I applied 2 coats here, and it looks fairly opaque. Number 32 is a dark teal, and this one was a little bit on the sheer side. This one needed 2 coats, but I feel like it could use a 3rd one because it does look a little bit sheer around the sides. Number 33 is sort of a rose pink, and I applied 2 coats here, but I see a little bit of sheerness towards the top, so a 3rd coat is needed. Number 34 is a little bit similar to the other peachy nude I just showed, and it's a little bit darker, and this one needed 2 coats. It's a little bit, I don't know, I can't really tell if I see any sheer spots on it, I'm not sure. But I would say a 3rd coat just to be safe. Number 35 is probably my most favorite. I'm a sucker for that bright electric blue. This was a little bit on the sheer side, and I just applied 2 coats, but there is a little bit of sheerness still going on. So I could have used a 3rd coat, but I didn't want to apply too much. I wanted to be real and just show you how it would look with 2 coats, how it looks with 3 coats, just so you know. But I do love the color, not crazy about the formula. And the last gel is number 36, and it's sort of a tan or a dark nude. Sort of like a light brown. I don't know, there's so many ways to describe this. I think it's a little bit too dark for me, but people with tan skin, it will look great. I believe I applied 2 coats, but I'm still seeing a few bare spots, so a 3rd coat would look a lot better. So final thoughts on these gels. Would I recommend these to anyone? No, I would not, because the formula sucks. You need at least 2 coats, and even at 2 coats you're still going to have some bare spots and it's still going to look like a sheer gel. But I would say most of these need 3 coats to cover up the bare spots. Wouldn't recommend these. The colors are okay. They're nothing mind-blowing. There are some pretty colors. The formula is just not doing it for me. If the formula was great, I would love the colors more, but the bad formula, the okay colors, it's just not doing it for me. Would I buy these again with my own money? No, I would not. As I said before, the formula sucks. The colors, decent, just wouldn't buy them. There are tons and tons of other gels on the market that are a million times better. Definitely get another type of gel. I would totally recommend the Connie Gel. You can get those for 89 cents on AliExpress, and the colors are super opaque. 1 to 2 coats and they're opaque. Recommend those to the ends of the earth. I love the Connie Gels. Don't like these gels. And I also got a set of 36 gels from Gearbest.com. I can say that those are pretty much the same brand, or at least the same gel. They just put a different brand label on them. The formula is the exact same. It sucks, just like this one. The colors are prettier, but yeah, the same formula. You'll be seeing that in the Gearbest video. I'll upload it, I don't know, within the next week or so. I haven't swatched those gels yet, but just by looking at them, I can tell they're going to be on the sheer side like these. So I won't be applying those gels as I would a regular gel polish because, like I said, they're just too sheer for me. But I did order some jewel molds on AliExpress, a set of 8 of them, and they're shaped like gemstones, and I'll be using these gels to fill those with because the molds are pretty deep and you need a sort of sheer gel so that it cures properly. So I don't want these to go to waste, so I'll definitely be using these gels to fill the molds with, and I'll try to make a video on that if it works out. But yeah, overall, not a fan of these gels. I wouldn't recommend you spending your money on them because, in my opinion, they're just not worth it, but you can make up your own mind about it. I wanted to get these swatches out because tons of people wanted to see swatches. I guess they're interested in buying the gel. They just want to see how it looks. But in my opinion, don't waste your money on it. There's a lot of other gels, so yeah, don't bother with these gels.